Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with our captain Sergi Roberto, as a report coming out saying Barca captain will leave the club at the end of the season. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Joao Felix, as Barcelona are reportedly ready to do everything in their power to sign Joao Felix on a permanent deal. We're also going to discuss about that. So as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. From Xavi Hernandez to Andres Iniesta, Leo Messi and Sergio Busquets, Barcelona's first captains have always played an integral part in the team's success on the field. And why Sergi Roberto might not be seen as a player on that same level, the 31-year-old has always held a special place at Barcelona due to his commitment and dedication towards the club. Sergio Roberto, for long, has been admired by managers for his ability to cover various positions. For a team in transition, his versatile profile appears to be a one-top solution. It is now clear that the times have changed. Xavi Hernandez has more qualified options for both the right back position and the midfield, and thus sees the Spaniard as a surplus. According to reports from Tony Juan Mate, this will be Roberto's final season at Barcelona. His contract runs out in the coming June and he will leave the club thereafter. A renewal does not appear to be on the cards. Despite starting off as a midfielder, Sergio Roberto served his best years playing as right back for Barca. He was not the ideal fullback, for his defensive deficiencies often came to the fore, yet his La Masia background helped him join the build-up and of course orchestrate the play. With Joao Cancelo coming in and making the right back position his own, Roberto's role in defense has been reduced to nothing. After all, Xavi prefers using the likes of Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo as emergency right backs over the captain. The competition in midfield is equally unforgiving, with Pedri, Gavi, Frankie de Jong, Oriol Romeo, Fermin Lopez, Ilkay Gundogan all in the running. There is no place left for Roberto to slot in. Roberto's departure thus would be the best solution for all parties involved. Saudi Arabia and the MLS are said to be his best placed options looking ahead. Of course, Sergio Roberto's captaincy have always come with a lot of question marks. I, for one, have always been questioning just the fact that he has been here for a long time. The factor of longevity has been the reason why he has been given the captaincy. But when we look at the fact that, for me, captaincy should not just be that, but Barca would decide, like, to go for the options of maybe our tradition have always been like that, so Roberto should be the captain. But he shouldn't be. If we're looking at it, let's just be honest. He shouldn't be because Roberto is not a starter. Hardly do we see him start games. He has always come out from the bench. And which team around the world, how many teams are there that you will see their first and the main captain not being starters? It is rare. It doesn't happen. It makes no sense. As a captain, you should be there to start games most of the times. And we don't see Roberto starting that. And of course, he's not like there's no position on the field that we can say Roberto has made it his own. That's a fact. There's no position there. And of course, we know that it's all because of Xavi Hernandez in the first place, who came and pressure the ball the club to add his contract because Roberto was supposed to leave Barca this past summer as per his previous contract. And we saw Xavi Hernandez coming to the media complimenting him that he's still a very quality player and his versatility is a surplus to the quality that he has. And he had to pressure the board. And they did what Xavi wanted, right? They gave Roberto an extension of 1 year. And of course, many fans question that. I personally, I was so, it was not because it made no sense. Roberto have not been consistent. For the previous season, his form have not been consistent. Even when he's there, injuries are also there. He always have injuries. Will go out for a long spell and come back later. So he's still the first captain, but he will be. I think he will be the worst captain for Barca for a long time, in the sense of a captain that does not participate majority of the time. Because we see Ter Stegen being the second choice captain, holding the captaincy armband majority of the time on the field. So this report have just confirmed that Roberto is very much likely to depart Barcelona as soon as his contract comes to an end at the end of the season. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, journalist Ferran Corrias has mentioned via Sport that Barca have already decided that they will do everything in their power to retain Joao Felix beyond his initial loan deal. The outlet mentions that the Atletico Madrid forward has made a strong case for himself this season, and the management will now work on a strategy for the rest of the season so that they can convince Atletico Madrid towards the end of the season. We have the entire season to prepare a proposal that allows us to keep Joao Felix. We are very happy with his performance, and of course, he is a player that is very popular in all areas of the club. Joao Felix making an impression. Felix has scored 3 goals and given 3 assists this season, making him an unassailable presence in the attack. These impressive numbers perfectly put Deco under the spotlight as it was he who made this transfer possible, but with all the help of Laporta. Consequently, at Barcelona, a resolute commitment has been made to secure Joao Felix's presence in the team for the upcoming season. Now, it must be noted that in order to move to Barca, Felix has given up a lot. To begin with, before leaving Atletico this summer, he renewed his deal until 2029. The 23-year-old has sacrificed a big chunk of his salary by agreeing to lower his salary at Barca to just €400,000 per year for this season. This was mostly done as Barca just cannot afford to offer a big contract. However, once the registration was done, Barca considerably increased the economic contract of the player, taking the figure to €4 million a year. So, guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.